Hi, Todd Ward here in the Forecast Center with a look at our weather across the ArkLaTex with severe weather a possibility over the course of the next couple of days. Today, that not the case, as we do still have lots of clouds over the ArkLaTex, a few peaks of sunshine occasionally. Temperatures right now as of 1 o'clock have warmed into the low to middle 70s over most of the area, as we have seen a few patches of very light rain, but that has been rather limited across the area. Now, moving forward tonight, we will be watching a developing area of upper level low pressure. You can see this right here, which is going to move southward, and eventually it'll help to stall a cold front. This is a combination of basically the upper level pattern and the fronts and highs and lows, or what's happening at the surface. And you can see that as we move forward in time, that cold front is going to move into central Oklahoma by tomorrow evening. Ahead of it, we will see some scattered thunderstorms that could be strong. That front will get a little bit of a push into the area tomorrow night and Friday morning, and that's when the main focus of the rain will shift to the south. And then notice how the front stalls just to the south of the ArkLaTex here heading into Saturday, and then we'll see another little surge of energy come across and give us a possibility for some rain once again on Sunday. As far as the risk of severe weather, you can see how this will play out, as we have the best chance of seeing these stronger to severe thunderstorms, just as I mentioned last night, probably near and north of Interstate 30 is where we will see the highest risk of severe weather very late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. The storms likely will be weakening fairly quickly once we get past midnight tomorrow night. Pretty much every high-res model showing that, including Futurecast, as you'll see in a second. And then Friday, that risk of severe weather does shift to the south. Right now, SPC has an isolated marginal risk. Wouldn't be shocked to see some yellow in the southern parts of the ArkLaTex here before it's all said and done, as we could see a few strong storms move south of Interstate 20 in East Texas and northwest Louisiana. So let's get to it with a look at the timing of the storms. First of all, Robin's story to Futurecast shows that we will see a cloudy sky tonight. It will stay a touch on the breezy side. Not really looking at much as far as rain around the area tonight. As we go through tomorrow, we actually will see some sunshine in East Texas and northwest Louisiana during the afternoon. But notice the scattered thunderstorms developing to our northwest. This activity is going to move near and north of Interstate 30 tomorrow evening and will pose a threat for severe weather. Large hail actually very well could be the largest threat that we face. An isolated tornado will be possible, but that risk is looking relatively low. And notice as we head into Friday morning, these storms do decrease in coverage and decrease in intensity for the most part. And then we'll see a flare-up of more thunderstorms during the day Friday, which will likely be strongest in East Texas and northwest Louisiana south of Interstate 20. That activity will likely continue and shift a bit more to the south as we go through Friday evening. So severe weather, again, a possibility. And even Friday, it does look like hail very well could be our biggest concern. Rotation potential. You can see these swaths here. This actually does include the round late tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and the second round here on Friday. Notice the limited intensity with these swaths over the northwest tomorrow. And again, it is possible. Can't totally rule out that isolated tornado south of Shreveport on Friday. Hail, notice here on this scale here that we are going to be looking at some black and even some grays here. So we could see some large hail, quarter size, maybe a little bit bigger north of Interstate 30 tomorrow. And again, a few storms could produce some hail once again during the day on Friday to the south of Shreveport. Also looking at the damaging straight line wind potential with gusts of 30 to 50 basically, and the isolated gust of 60 miles per hour is a possibility. Rainfall, this will show you where the storms will be at their strongest. The swath up north, that's basically late tomorrow and tomorrow night. A good 1 to as much as 3 inches possible in spots. East Texas, northwest Louisiana will get most of your rain again on Friday, the way it checks out right now, and a good inch to over 2 inches possible over much of East Texas and northwest Louisiana. And then we'll dry out heading into the first part of next week with more rain possible during the last half of next week. Meantime, tonight, looking at a cloudy sky, it'll be rather breezy. Temperatures a good 20 degrees above normal, as we'll see a low in Shreveport right around 68, 65 in Natchitoches, and right around 65 as well for the low tonight in Texarkana. Tomorrow, expect thunderstorms to develop over the northwestern quarter of the area very late in the afternoon. They will continue through the evening hours and then decrease tomorrow night. Ahead of those storms, 86 tomorrow in Shreveport, 88 in Natchitoches, in Coshada, 83 degrees for the high temperature in Texarkana. As you can clearly see, the rainfall chances tomorrow will be much higher over the northwestern quarter of the area. 10-day forecast shows that rain threat will shift to the south as we go into Friday. And notice a cooling trend as we'll fall back into the 60s for highs by Monday and Tuesday. Lows, the coolest night, still looking to be Monday night as we'll dip into the upper 30s to lower 40s. And you can see that next chance of rain during the last half of next week as temperatures begin to warm back up into the low to middle 70s. So again, a couple of rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms possible. The first will be very late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening over the northwest quarter of the area. The second will be Friday over the southern half of the area.